Mike King is a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic, the premier business radio program. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with me. We're coming to you from the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. You can follow me on all social platforms, hashtag On the Mic with Mike, RV, as well as Mike King Biz. All right. See the lady who's sitting here with me. Mary is from Poplar Springs. Welcome back to the program.
Good morning.
All righty. So really quickly, Lamar's not here, so let's get the elevator pitch for Poplar Springs.
Yeah, Poplar Springs is a acute crisis center in Petersburg, Virginia, for those that are suffering from mental health. You can reach out to us at 866-546-2229. You can come in, walk-ins are accepted. We can do an evaluation at no cost to you. And if you or your loved one is suffering from any kind of mental health crisis, we take adolescents from 11 to 17, as well as adults, as well as we have a PHP and IOP program for those that are not needing inpatient hospitalization, but can do it on an outpatient basis.
All right, Mary is here with us. We're talking about nurses today. We're going to talk about a number of topics as well, but nursing, the need for nurses is out there right now. Let's talk about that and what Poplar Springs needs.
Well, right now we are currently looking for all positions. We are looking for registered nurses, LPNs, and mental health technicians. We need all shifts. We do 12-hour shifts from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So there is a nationwide shortage of nurses. So we're hoping to bring them back into the field.
All righty. So you're here with us today. Nursing's a hard profession.
Yes.
It's a hard profession. And really quickly, can you pass it over? So On the Mic with Mike, we're here. We got my man Jackson in the background. Here we go. 1 second.
Thank you.
There we go. All righty. So Mary,
Yes.
the type of nurses, let's talk about cultured nurses as well as Poplar Springs. You guys really take care of your nurses. It's a tough profession. You've been in it. Talk a little bit about what it means to be a nurse and the way you guys help and interact with the patients.
Well, I've been in nursing for over 30 years, and majority of my time I've actually spent as a psychiatric nurse. It does take a special individual to be able to work in that environment. I've done everything from working in the OR to med surg, but psych really takes a skill set of patience, compassion, understanding people that are in crisis with a mental illness. You got to be able to have great communication skills, of course, but the patients are our number one priority, and making sure that they're safe is our number one priority.
As well as, so now that's also what Poplar Springs, you guys, the culture of the place, you guys take care of the employees, you guys take care of each other. Talk about why that's so important too.
Well, I think that nurses can get compassion fatigue. They can get burnt out very easily. We do have a room that we set up. It's kind of like a timeout room, but it's not a timeout room. It's got a massage chair. The environment is neat. So sometimes nurses need to tag out and just take a few minutes to relax, to debrief, especially after responding to maybe a crisis event on the unit. So we really try to take care of their mental health and well-being, as well as the competitive pay. So we try to make sure that our pay is within, the standards of across the board. We don't try to underpay them.
There you go. All righty. So whenever I talk to you, it's always informative. We talked about before at first I had you as the hand washing queen, like good hand hygiene. I always laugh when I hear that one. So good hand hygiene. Then we went on to a subject of mental health and what it's doing to these kids. And this was months ago. I don't even know if it was a year ago. We were talking about kids being away from school and not interacting, and they're missing big chunks of their life. I had the superintendent of Chesterfield schools, and I asked them, when you went back to school, what did you guys have to teach the kids? I thought it was going to be math and stuff like that. He said we had to teach them how to interact with each other.
Exactly.
That was something that you had talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about why that's so important. And that's going to lead us right into where we are today about what happened yesterday with the shooting, the idea of it.
Yeah, so basically during the pandemic, when we sent the kids home and we had them behind a computer screen, they were not really interacting face to face with individuals. So their social skills pretty much diminished. So while COVID was attacking the adult population physically, it was really attacking our adolescents mentally. So if you take these kids and you put them behind a screen, and they're learning their education, they're isolated at home, they don't have interaction with other kids their age. What happens is that they become socially isolated. And then you take them and you try to put them back into the social setting, they don't no longer know how to socially communicate face to face. They can socialize on Instagram, Facebook, social media, TikTok. However, they cannot socialize face to face with one another. And so their ability to problem solve or have conflict resolution with their peers has completely diminished.
All right. And so once again, there was a school shooting yesterday.
Yep.
And so when you look at it, you look at it as a mom, but you also look at it as a trained professional.
Correct.
Let's talk about, on a little bit that we know, let's talk about what you saw and some of the conversations that we've had in the past about some of the underlying things that happened.
So, first of all, I noted that the young lady was 20 years old.
Mhm.
And so if you back that time up, she was one of the kids during adolescent that was behind a screen finishing school.
And that's the thing
During
that
the
we talked
shutdown.
about a year
Yes,
ago.
exactly. There's a time period between the ages of 13 and 17, 18 and 19, where they're going through what we call identity versus role confusion. And during that time period, these teenagers are trying to identify who it is they are and where they fit in their world. Well, during that critical role, we put them behind a screen where they're now socially isolated from other individuals. And so things are missed. One, they are not being able to really identify who they are. And even when they are trying to work that out, they're isolated from other individuals. And their social skills have pretty much been diminished. So we have that aspect of it. And this young lady who they have said is transgender, that's also already in itself something that she was battling. And it was, for me, it was notable that she chose a church school to go into versus a regular public school. And maybe that may or may not have to do with the transgender aspect of her identity. But again, they lack social skills and the ability to fit into the community, and they become, aggressive. And also there was no teachers or counselors that could have maybe picked up on something early on that she may have had some mental health crises going on.
Mary is here with us. One of my king is here. We're talking important stuff. This is Poplar Springs Hospital, one of our partners. So that's something that we saw yesterday. Possibly we talked about that having a year or so ago. What the kids are missing. I always joke and say when kids are homeschooled, you got to learn to take the beatings like everybody else who went to school, public school, high school. High school could have been. I don't know if high school is the worst or maybe junior high. But you learn how to interact with people. Now all of a sudden, like you're saying, kids have missed that whole thing because of COVID, and people are just out there doing whatever. All right, Mary. So one last time, how can people find Poplar Springs out there?
Yes, you can reach out to us at 866-546-2229, or you can visit our website at poplarsprings.com.
There you go. All right. So Mary, you are not only here as a trained medical professional clinician, you are not. You were here in the mom role as well. So who'd you bring with you today?
So my son has come all the way from Denver, Colorado.
Okay, from the big time, coming home to see
Who
mom.
is a artist. And as we're trying to bring more mental health awareness to our community, and even put that out there, sometimes getting out to the younger folks requires us to listen to younger music. So I have asked my son to create something, for
And this
this.
isn't the first time,
Nope.
because he was on before, he dropped some beats on us and some stuff on us before.
Mhm, yes.
So Jackson is here, came in from Denver. See, that's what happens on this program. We get the big names to come in here, and he's combined mental health with the music, and he's gonna drop something on us as well today. So Mary, thanks for coming on the program. Poplar Springs, always a good partner of ours. Hey, this studio, this is where the magic happens here. On the mic with Mike, we'll talk to you soon. Let me see what I go out with. That's for you, man. That's there you go. That's for you.
Mike King, is ESPN Richmond, the
You want me to move now?
Business Talk Radio.
Yeah, undo my phone.